We've done it! We made it! It's another day! Hello. How are we doing? I've been up for too long. I'm half asleep. It's a weird one. So I woke up last night and I was like, yay, I'm awake. It's 2 in the morning. Or it was 1 in the morning. I was like, what do I do? Okay, I'm doing this all wrong. I fell asleep. After the stream yesterday with Nox and some other stuff, then I woke up and I was like, oh, I should make clips from the stream yesterday with Nox. And I did. And then I was like, okay, now I'm bored. I don't know what to do and I don't feel like editing stuff. So I made a bunch of schedules for not this week because this week's hard to make schedules for. But for all of next month, I have like 90% of the schedules down. And then I was like, okay, what do I do now? So I watched that sword anime that I was talking about the other week. And I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, like as some isekai are. Not as much like those weird random shots of stuff that is really weird and such in anime. And a lot more character interaction and general plot development than I thought for an isekai. Not saying it was that good. I'm saying it's better than most isekai, which is not hard. Okay, so what are we doing today? Today is a little weird. So way back in January of this year, out of nowhere, I was like, okay, so we have this game called Super Meat Boy. We're gonna play it. And then I stopped playing it when my wrist started bothering me because I do that with a lot of games that are like this. And we have 3 worlds left. So I figured, why not beat another game before the end of the year? Just why not do it? Also, I rewatched another like 6 episodes of Real Life. I am not going to be good at this game. Oh. So there we are. I don't remember what happened, but most likely we got beaten up by something. Because that's usually how that goes. Welcome to the Rapture. We have 20 levels to beat. I think it's supposed to be like a fetus, not a baby. We're gonna be dying a lot. This is Super Meat Boy. If you don't know what Super Meat Boy is, why? How? What? Oh, this is gonna be so bad. This was like early 20... Well, this is mid-20s, 2010s. In terms of like hard Amanu, or not hard Amanu, hard games, hard platform games. This makes Celeste look easy at the time. Also, this game basically kickstarted the genre for reals. It was the big game on the block, and I'm gonna make it look like it's hard. I need to figure out how to get this to work. That jump is going to be the death of me. I mean, why not just try to go over? Because that kills you. Cool. I've seen the character, not the game. Oh, I cannot figure out that one jump. I feel really sticky. Like, feels weird after playing Mario yesterday. Oh yeah, so Nox and I did a thing where we tried doing Mario Odyssey, where I was blindfolded and he would try to get me through the first 2 levels. Just the first two worlds. It took an hour. It took an hour to collect 5 moons. And it was mostly luck. Okay. I have no clue how I'm supposed to get through here yet. I want to say jump up here and then jump to the other wall as that one comes down, but I have a feeling that we just die if we do that, right? Or just jump over it. No! No! We did all that work. All that work. Oh, we're gonna die here so many times. Okay. Well, good news is we totally know how to get through this part now, so we're never gonna fail it again. Whee! Oh, I don't want to go through that way. No! Darn it. Okay. Try again? Ooh. We're looking not great at the moment. Are these perfect? Oh, these are perfectly synced. No! I keep jumping off that wall. Why do I keep jumping off that wall? Boom, bum, bum, ba-da-bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Come on. Yes. I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm dying. We will find out how many times I died at the beginning, at the end. Woo. So reminder, we have to do 20 levels just to get through this world. This isn't the only world that we have to do today, and I'm already sleepy. Because I've been up too long. So I get to be a Grumpasaurus. Okay. Here you go. Here's all my attempts. There's so many that just didn't even get here. And we can see all the attempts that got past here. It's so many. Oh my goodness. We are so good at this. And our first attempt that landed on the ground got through. Okay. Oh, gravity. I don't like you, gravity. Wait. We figured out the secret. Oh, wow. That hurt. So this thing pulses like crazy, but it will push us. That's gonna be hard. No. There we go. Did I say hard? I meant super easy. A+ even. Super easy. Okay. We just gotta be super safe. Why is this the strategy? I still couldn't figure out why that was the strategy. I almost had that. Why am I the way I am? Jump, jump. So slow on that jump. Why are you micro? When did that happen? I am always micro. I am micro macro. Ooh. Ooh. I feel like that's a joke that doesn't even make sense to most people. I am the size that the level requires me to be. Remember, micro hard, macro soft. No, macro hard, Microsoft? It's a Microsoft pun. So it would be macro hard, Microsoft. That just makes sense. That was faster. We made it. Oh my goodness. Okay, what is it now? Wait, what? Wait, what? This is so hard. Okay. We're just flying. Got it. That's way too slow. Our timing has to be pretty good at everything. That was interesting. So we got to get all the way over to the left. We can make it. We can make it. Okay, we couldn't make it that way. I am Super Meat Boy. Starting to remember why this game hurt my hands so much. It's a lot of button pressing. And not in like the Celeste or lapping kind of way. It's a lot of cross button pressing. Played a couple of games of Yahtzee. Feeling... I've never played 30. Good morrow, Knox. Good morrow. Oh. Oh, yeah, no. Dice is pretty bad on wrists. That's why I played Yahtzee with the cup. You roll the dice in a cup and not your hands. The cup that came with the game is really noisy. Yes, it always is. That's just the price that we pay. Wow, this... I might only be able to do one world in this game today. This is eating my wrist. I wonder if there's another hold that I can even try. I mean, I will never beat the game like this, but it's possible. This is such a weird hold. Yahtzee and 30. Wow, we got through that. This is such a bad hold that I have. Do one world at a time, you'll beat it. Yeah, we'll probably beat it. So I'm holding the controller with my left hand, and it's resting on my right leg, right? So that's what I'm doing with my hands, and then I'm just poking the buttons with my other hands. Like, I just have two fingers that I'm poking the button with that I need to dash and jump, because you have to hold dash the whole time. You. I don't know what to call this hold. That's pain. That's actually the less stressful way of holding this. Because if I hold it normally, it's a lot of buttons that are just killing me. But jumps like that I would normally get are a little harder. No! That was such a stupid jump. Okay. We gotta be perfect on that. There we go, A+. Whew. Ow. Play 8 hours of Mario 1-1 pressing one button. They didn't know what I could hold it. That's your own fault, Nox. That is literally your own fault. Have you never played a Mario game before? Then again, after yesterday, I'm not sure if you've ever played a Mario game before. Okay, timing on that's bad. I want to collect that key so bad. I don't think that's a good way back. I think we need to try to hit that button, no matter what. I think some games that make us click repetitively have trained that aspect. I did it. But I'm not playing Cookie Clicker. Okay. Now all we have to do is get back to the start. Whew. Never played Cookie Clicker? I've never played Cookie Clicker either. And if I would, I'd set up a macro for it. What is this? What? Nope. It was close. We tried. Darn it, it didn't work again. We're trying to go through the saws. Just saying, maybe this is the easiest one and then you died. There was one that we did in like 2 attempts. Whoa. You like this music. Nox, you like this music? That surprises me. This is a game about screaming meat. PETA would be mad at you for liking it. You know what? We deserve that. We deserve that entirely. I made a PETA joke, and we made it to the bottom. In the meantime, let me go have my cow burger. Ew, you're eating burgers made of entire cows? At least put cheese on it. Also made partially from cow. Deal with it. Whew. Dude, I would eat a burger at 8:30 in the morning. Ow. Ow. Oh, good, there's more of them. The sunny side up egg. Oh. These guys are so bad. I just have slice of life anime stuck in my head right now. So no burgers at the moment unless there was a burger slice of life anime. But I do not remember one because I did not see one. Okay. We got that, whatever that was. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and... Whew. 5, 10. Oh, he's back. Oh, good. There's more of them. Wait, what are we supposed to do here? Okay, so my plan is to jump up this wall and just survive here in this corner. Okay, that's a bad plan. I can kill them! Only one problem, I have no clue how to get up there from there. Like, do we know? I guess I'm a little biased because I don't really love burgers to begin with, but I kind of stick to breakfasty food in the mornings. I stick to pizza in the morning. Everybody knows pizza is the best breakfast ever. I'm just popping left and right. Ah! Stop spawning people, I'm trying to escape. I'm just dying on my own. Oh, wait. I can do that, can't I? I can go around that. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, that's how we get up. Figured that out. If you jump in the middle, can you get up? No. There we go. A+. We did that fast. Oh, good. Now he's chasing us. Oh, good. Now they're all chasing us. Ow. I'm so in pain. The button is right here. Wait, I gotta hit that button and then I've gotta run? Maybe you should take a break. Right now, my wrist's not the thing that's bothering me. It's my finger. The tip of my finger is not liking me at the moment. Oh, the replay was already saved. Good. Ah! Okay, you gotta stop it. Okay, that one's not too hard. I didn't jump. I didn't jump! Suki, you know what you missed the most yesterday? Nox freaking out about everything. It was great. Sure, him giving commands that make no sense and can't be followed is one thing. But we get to a boss fight, Topper in Odyssey, like the first fight, and he's just yelling directions that make no sense. It was great. I'm disappointed I missed it. Oh, it's so funny. No! No! I was so close! Why am I so bad at... Ow. At this? Stupid larvae. We are the pulse of the maggots. Okay, I was able to save it. I mean, it wasn't really something that was scheduled. It was more like, and I told Nox this yesterday, it's like, what is one game that we could play? Or like, I want to do the blindfolded thing, but I want to test it. And it's not a good thing for us both to stream. So Christmas is a day where a lot of people won't be around and nobody will really be watching. So we could do it then and it won't really hurt you. So we just did a short stream. Oh my goodness. Guys, we need to come up with goals for next year. What goals do we want to have? Not that goal. That was an awful goal. Ow. That was my ground. Thank you, gravity. Why am I going so fast? Do to complete a certain number of games or do a certain number of speedruns to learn more speedruns. I don't know if I'm going to be learning more speedruns or if I'm going to be leaning more towards challenge runs this year. This year was sort of a gap in that where I started to do a couple challenge runs, but I didn't really finish that many. And I was also did less speedruns than I did the year before. So I don't know if learning speedruns is the goal, doing challenge runs is the goal. The question is, what's a good challenge run? Definitely not Super Meat Boy. I am feeling myself playing this game, and we wouldn't last in this one for long sessions of learning stuff. Oh no, I'm everywhere. I'm doing it again. There we go. Oh my goodness, we finally did it. Whew. Getting some water after that one. Look at how many runs I had get here. Ooh. That is not a fun key. Okay. Ow. We jumped right into that guy. That's impressive. Huh. So I could just sort of do this as a free way to get down here. What did that unlock? That unlocked... Okay. I know what that unlocked. I am not happy about what that unlocked. What do you like best? Okay, so the current plan... Wow, that was... Oh, why are you going through the walls? So I have most of my January mapped out for regular streams, right? It's something that I did. Ow! We're just missing a couple games, like indie games, demos. Those are the main things that we're missing right now. But all the regular things are there. And currently, I have challenges on Friday, and I have speedruns on Sunday. And then I have stuff with Nox on Saturday. But that might as well be a challenge. I did not make that jump at all. But something to remember is that challenges are content for the gaming channel in the end. That's basically what they are. So every time I do a challenge, I'm trying to sit down and figure out, how does this make an interesting video? How can I make this? Where speedruns are not that. They are not content for that channel at all. They might go on the speedrun channel if I remember to ever log into that one again. Hey, buddy. Bye, buddy. There was a rant. It was about whether or not we're doing challenge runs or speed runs more. I also haven't really been learning speed runs. I tried to learn, 2 speed runs in the last year. One was Hello Neighbor, and we sort of got that one down. And the other one was Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, which I think was technically even last year that we tried to learn the speed run. And we couldn't get that one. To be fair, it's a really messed up one to try to learn. Yeah, that was last year. So we only tried to learn one this year. Oh my goodness. We did it! Complete 50 challenges in a year. Okay, that's a little very high. We gotta figure out the logistics of what a challenge is. Foam? Yeah, we know what that foam is. Nox, look at it. It is something that eats meat. There's no foam here. No, that's not bacteria. That is literally just maggots. They eat meat, man. They are literally used by burn units to clear away dead skin. Not as much anymore, but they are. This is a hard level for me. Maggots are friends? No. I didn't say that. In some places, they are food. They would eat you if they could. That brings back an image that I do not want to relive. Okay, we're not going to do that image on stream. Maggots always remind me of something that happened when I was young. But, I don't think we could talk about that here. Sounds traumatizing. Only when talking about maggots. Maggots are baby aminals like flies, but specific types of flies that don't eat living tissue because some maggots do eat living tissue. How do I get through that? That's so precise. Precision is key, and I'm slow. Oh, like that. That's how I get through it. Duh. Merry post-Christmas, Kale. Welcome. Welcome. I'm playing with a modified claw right now. We're still just giving shout-outs to Kale as he comes in. Okay. Kale, you get a shout-out every time you come in. We don't know why, but we make sure that Nox does not ever get a shout-out. Isn't that right, Nox? Hey, Kale, do you know any games? An error has occurred. Cannot read properties of null. Wow, Nox. Your channel doesn't even exist? Mary Chrysler. Sorry, I don't have a Chrysler. Oh, no, the problem is I don't parse out the @ yet. I have to write a new command to parse out @ so if somebody does a shout out for @ place, it will throw a null reference because it's linking to a Twitch channel that's @NovusNox and not NovusNox. It's called being bad at writing. I think Suki just realized that too. There is a way to rewrite that to fix it. I can do it, but I'm lazy. And it's just Nox, let's be honest. No comment. I'm not gonna really talk about the last 3 days, besides the fact that Nox is really bad at guiding people through Mario Odyssey. Oh my goodness. And that wasn't even on the top 5 of the most traumatizing things that happened to me in the last 4 days. So yeah. As I said on my Discord on Thursday, brother went into the hospital Thursday, so that started that. And then Nox completely ruined yesterday by being awful at Mario Odyssey. You're cracking up watching it. That's because it was like, what? Why? How? I had the perfect triple jump. Oh, I held that for way too long. You know what I miss doing on stream? A lot of the Mario stuff. Not like Mario Odyssey, a lot of the 2D Mario stuff. Yo, does anybody have that Mario game, the new Super Mario Bros. Or the Super Mario 3D World or whatever it was that they released on Switch that had online multiplayer? I'll play that with people. Yesterday, and next time I'm planning to go home with my family because my brother is celebrating Christmas with his wife's family now, so we're gonna go to Christmas on the New Year's when he's back. Though I did exchange gifts. Woo! Gifts. What is happening? Oh, goodness. How do I level? That's literally designed to just kill you if you take that route. Got it. We gotta find our quick way through here. So, Kale, where are you at? Where are you at? I think on your stream you said something about Munich, which is scary because Munich is a place. I really need to shorten that. Hope things are going better for you. It's the beginning of another year, so it's going to be awful. I will bake a cake. Well, I baked a cake and got a gift. Woo, cake. We didn't even have dinner this year. Like, that's how Christmas went in this household. We didn't even eat dinner. Dude, how are you enjoying Munich? Congratulations on that. What type and flavor of cake? It's a chocolate cake, but it tastes like vanilla. Just to mess with you, Nox. The type is chocolate. The flavor is vanilla. We made it from real daffodils. Oh, I updated the throne for Christmas. Literally, I updated it yesterday. So, if anybody knows how to get to my throne, which isn't that hard. Sans rival cake. Papyrus? No. Papyrus is Sans brother. Guys, I just realized something. I think there's an Undertale multiplayer mod, and I refuse to play that game normally because I just refuse. I've seen Scott play it, and that's the only person I've seen play it. So I refuse to play that game normally. Just here for the holidays. I'm not moving here. But Munich! No, how are you liking it in Munich, though? I've never been. Is that a Sans rival kick? I've never been to Europe. At all. Or most places. I've also never been to Kenyatta. Nox was spending some time with me on stream and then did some other stuff. I haven't been off the East Coast in North America, except on a cruise that I took around the Caribbean. So it's nice here. Snow melted. I know somebody in chat here who's not happy about snow at the moment. Mom works. I just stayed at the house staring at my screen. Yeah, we took a cruise around the Caribbean in, I want to say, 2008. I could remember the year most easily if I look up NFL schedules and results, because it was the first year that the Dolphins made the playoffs, and the cruise set sail out of Miami on the day they hosted their divisional round game. Or no, their wild card game. And then they lost it. It was the first time that I was in a city for a playoff game, and the team hosting it lost. I watched the game on the ship before they departed. I actually have a really interesting memory of that day too, because that was after I started. So that was when I was in high school, and one of the things that I did at the time is I started to reconnect with a couple of the friends that I had in elementary school. And I remember we drove down for the cruise, so it was a really long drive. And I don't remember what the messenger was. It was in the it was late 2000s. I don't know if AIM still was a thing, but it might have been AIM, and I was just talking to a couple of them on the entire way down. And now I talk to none of them, because who talks to people? Not me. All my friends are married and have kids, so I talk to none of them. I don't got time for that. Like, everybody that I knew from elementary school or high school is basically married with kids. And then I'm just here. How do I get over this? I'm so confused about how to get through this. Oh, is it just that? We just go up? I was trying all that time to do a bunch of really tricky stuff, and all we had to do was go up. Where am I going? No, like, legitimately, where am I going right now? I don't see how we're supposed to continue from here. We're the same age, right? I don't know. I'm like 29 going on 30. I'm what we would call old. Is there a button somewhere that I'm just missing? For a long time, I was the only married person. Everyone was like, "You're married? Wow, you're so young." And a bunch of people got married, and I felt like I was going through so many weddings. I didn't get invited to any weddings. I don't get invited to stuff. As I said, I lost contact with all my friends, people, because what are friends? Oh my goodness, we did it! Ow, I died! Kids, ew, yuck. Dude, all of them. All of them have kids. It's a mess. Kids takes all of your free time away. And all of your money. Okay, that's just rude. Oh, these guys track you and they hate you. Okay. I see how it is. Everything's going to track me from here on out. It's all going to hate me. Ugh. I have kids when you can watch Doity on Twitch. I'm like a kid, right? I have a very childlike demeanor, obviously. I'm about as good as your local 5-year-old at video games anyway. Ouch. Ah! There's a lot of weddings. I was like, can I stay home? Sitting at a table with a bunch of strangers at some wedding and long and boring. Food might be a hit or miss. That was I feel like that was my entire childhood. Was just going to weddings and hating every minute of it. I don't know who brings kids to a wedding, but I can tell you both of my parents always did. Wow. I am doing awful at just dodging missiles. As I said. Yo, if we can... You have an expectation to wear something nice? Dude. The last thing that I wore that was like good looking was to a funeral. I don't even wear good stuff to weddings. Man, it's all funerals now. And I was the nicest dressed person at the entire funeral. Because my father's side of my family cannot dress well to save their lives. Also, my parents are divorced, so they don't really interact. So... We did it! With an A+. What level are we on now? You know... Wait, what? So the goal is to jump, grab that key, and then bounce back and forth. Just to die at the end. Got it. Ah! No hugs. This channel is strictly no hugs. I don't think I have a hug emote, actually. I remember there being plans for one when I was coming up with plans for custom emotes. I have a few outfits I feel like are my funeral dresses because I wear them to funerals so that once you wear something for a funeral, it's not like you can just wear that they're out. Joke's on anybody. If there's a wedding or a funeral, I've got to buy new clothes anyway. COVID added like 40 pounds, and it's not New Year's yet, so I haven't been able to get a gym membership on sale yet. Ah, take that, game! I've been to... It's so weird. So, all the stuff that I went to was like on my father's side of my family. My mother's side really doesn't have much going on in the way of funerals or weddings, I guess. They're boring people. But my father's side of my family does this thing, and I noticed this, where it's like every, say, 15 years, everything happens. So, like, there were a ton of funerals when I was a kid, and then there were none for the longest time. And then there were a ton of weddings, like, shortly afterwards. And then there was just nothing up until I was done with high school. And then a couple of years ago, it was like all the funerals started happening again. I want this thing dead. Okay, we got through. Whew. Okay, we made it to the big boss, Larry. We're going a little more than an hour. I am confused as to what I am supposed to be doing. What was that? Oh, wait, I think I know what we're doing. Whoop, that's not right. Go away. Thank you. That was rude. Now we got to start it all over again. Oh, good, we're giving Nox more shoutouts. Is that Kale? We're giving Kale shoutouts. We're giving everyone shoutouts now. Everyone gets a shoutout. Oh, this hurts so much. Shoutout giveaway! Woo! Everybody gets a shoutout. Suki's over here like, would anybody like a shout out? Oh, that guy was trailing me. You guys saw it. Okay, we got our first hit down. Come on, Larry. We need to beat you so that I can go on vacation from this game for a day. This is hurting. I just jumped into it. Oh, goodness, guys. I've been shouted out. Don't do it. You have so much to live for. I know you're feeling left out. I say we shout out someone weird. Whoa, another one gone and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Wait, what just happened? Why was that so easy suddenly? Wow, I feel called out. Oh, man. I could never look at that name seriously again because of the Mexicans. Shout out to Jesus. That name is so common. Oh, okay, wrists, you get a break. We have a chapter called The End, and we all know that that's actually the end, and there's no other chapter. Do I got a problem with Mexicans? Yes, all of them. Every single one of them, Knox. Every single one of them. Oh, okay. Wrists are good. Wrists are good. Wrists are good. Wrists are good. Knox just keeps... Knox wants to get in call. Knox wants to get in call. That's a scary thing. Ooh. I'm gonna stretch my thumbs. Oh no, he's gonna meet in person. He's gonna meet in person, guys, to discuss this issue. Knox, we can meet in person, but only in Munich. We can only meet in Munich. We need to have a moderator for this meeting. Of course, I'm not gonna be there. I'd say more of a referee. What is this, a sports game? What is this, ref ball? Oh, my thumb is killing me. Hold on. Oh. We're going to box, but illegal box. What is illegal box? Kale, aren't you excited for this apparently illegal boxing you're being dragged into? I have no clue what is happening. Somebody bring me my chat back. I was going to ask people what games they know. What games they play. I was going to be really nice and be like, so Knox and I did Mario Odyssey yesterday, where I was blindfolded and he had to guide me through the first 2 levels. So what games do other people know? Because I want to do it in Super Mario World and Kirby. I want to get the first like world or 2 in Kirby, the first like castle or 2 in Super Mario World. Want to know who's willing to try to drag me to their level. Anybody? I've never played Kirby. It's the Kirby and the Forgotten Lands is the one that I want to do it in. It's the most recent one from earlier this year. That's okay. Nox had never played Mario Odyssey, and he did a bang up job dragging me through the first Super Mario Odyssey. I had to describe him while blindfolded what to do. I'm like, this is what we're doing now. This is how we get through this part. I cannot see, but I will tell you how to guide me. I have an idea. Pokemon blindfolded challenge. No, I had to tell Nox what the goals were in order to get us through. Here, let's just do this, okay? I have some clips, like 3 clips on my Discord, right? I'm like, sure, they're not really working, but they'll work. And I don't know if we can hear right now or if we cannot hear right now, but we'll figure that out too. You know, the whole system is sort of broken. Double doity, let's celebrate. Good night. I can hide me for now. Let's hide me for now. Okay, there's only one me. There's me from the past. Okay, so we can do, like, this was yesterday. Nox trying to get me to the beginning of the level. Like, this is the very beginning. We just got our hat. Now, all we have to do is get up some stairs, use the hat one time, and walk into a door.
Anyway, just go left, right.
Wait, is it...
Right. The last command is the right one. Okay, now, wait. So go up left, and then just keep going that direction. Jump. Nah, don't jump. There's a hole. Anyway, just...
So that's 1. Let's open 2.
Keep going. Jump.
So this is after we get across that bridge. We figured out the bridge thing.
Keep going. Jump. Wait, no, stop.
You're not saying anything. I need to fix the attenuation. You didn't say anything.
Keep going.
I still don't know what this was.
No, stop.
I still don't know what was happening. You're not saying anything. Oh, the attenuation hated us there. My God, Nox, why? And this is... Oh, there's me speaking. And this is me trying stuff on my own.
I guess that's the most perfect one you can get. Now go forward. No, you go... No. No, you're not going anywhere. Oh, okay. I guess that works. Okay.
Nox is so weird.
Now go forward.
You also notice like 44 minutes have passed.
No.
I guess like 35 minutes have passed between the last one and this one. Okay. And this is just walking. I think at the end of the stream, I ran the entire thing. All of this is the first like 4.5, 5 minutes of the speed run. Also, there was a slight delay. I don't know what this is. What is this? Why is this so... I don't know what we mean by explain. When was this? Oh, I remember this. It's actually the... IP, TCP IP pro. You know what? It's fine. The HTTP protocol is slightly different. Ow. The IT person at my company does not know what IRC is. It was 200cc Knockout Esports that was asking the questions. It is accurate, I believe, is the final phrase that got cut off there. It is accurate. Oh, should I do this today? I mean, we can just sit here watching clips of stuff today. Like all my clips for the year. We really don't have that many. I mean, my recap only showed that we had 130 or something. I was going to do that on Friday, but we could do it today. We can save Friday for making goals. Oh no, what do you guys think? What do I want to do? I don't know. I just want to exist. I want to be me. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Oh, this is going to be so bad, though. Because I got to, like, come to my clips and then bring that up. And then look at all of these clips. Okay, there's really not that many. But still, look at all of these clips. And then this is last year and last year. And our first clip of this year is Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. Why are you so old? I blame the sun and time. And my parents. I don't know who this is, but they clipped a random 27 seconds of me playing Super Mario Odyssey last year. I don't think I'm getting that. So we'll just...
You want me to use
this is the no jump
film.
This is no jump.
That sounds like cheating. That sounds like cheating. I should totally do it. If for nothing else than a potential thumbnail.
I remember that. We got a video out of that. That was last year, though. That was not this year. Same with Novus Nox's clip here, where he accidentally clipped and didn't even rename. Come on, Nox. We're the same age, but you're older. My back hurts. I must be older. Here we go. Starting off the year with Kirby. Is this from the demo? This has got to be from the demo, because this is the first boss and the end of the part of the
do
demo.
I have to rescue this?
Yeah, this is demo. I learned this for attempting to learn the speedrun.
That was a hard boss fight.
It was a very disappointing end to that part. I was very sad. I don't know. A lot of Kirby in the Forgotten Land is just me wishing that it was harder at times. Like, that's all it was.
That looks like it should be a
what did I
area.
find funny?
Huh. Well, I'm sorry about that, sir.
Something about me just going, well, I'm sorry about that, sir. You can see why I clipped it, because I'm the only person in the world that would find it funny. The only one. These were all clipped from the demo because I wanted to make a video and I wanted to make shorts. And this was my first attempts at making a bunch of
That
clips.
didn't work at all. Big sword falling from the sky. That didn't work at all. Ah, I didn't do anything. You get to live for now. I'm too lazy to go chop that down.
I hate my own voice. I hate my own voice there. This isn't Kirby.
No.
But why? But why? I mean, this is something that'll still happen to me. This is a bingo run. I started bingos this year. That's something that happened.
Okay, let's fix our mistake from earlier of dying here 300 times.
Oh, I'm gonna die here 300 times, aren't I?
Nope. Well, that was starting well. Starting real well.
Yep. Knew that was coming. Graveyard Keeper, right? Graveyard Keeper. Why did I
Also,
clip this?
Get some from the old astrologer.
Astrologer.
That's a hard word for me to say.
The word is astrologer past
He used
me.
to go to the lighthouse every moon day.
I literally just clipped me saying astrologer wrong. I had nothing to clip, you can tell. This is from the original. Guys, this is the original.
So, over under, how long does it take me to go insane?
That was this year.
That's
Both
the
versions of
question.
this were this year.
I am Daisy.
Oh my god. Why am I the way I am? I drove everybody away.
Oh god. Oh god. Why? I'm just gonna make a mark of that. That's. I'm coming back to that.
That was that's a scary one. I remember this is where I was like, I'm clipping a million things and we're going full on Daisy.
We got it. Now we just have to collect it without. Where's the ground?
There's a website for everybody.
Why is the ground so high up?
Just sending websites to people now. Deal with it. So much of this. So much of this was a mess.
Maybe catch you on Discord. Who knows? Dude, this race is like. I don't know how long this is gonna be.
This is a race, probably a qualifier.
This is not gonna be very long. I'll see you on Discord.
That was just me answering Knox. That's all it was. He was like, I'll see you
Maybe
probably
catch
on
you
Discord.
Who knows? Dude, this race is like.
If it's too short.
I don't know how long this is gonna be. This is not gonna be very long. I'll see you on Discord.
I don't know why Red Ream is clipping my stuff, but you know. Bomb choose. This is when I was 4-0 in our leagues. Remember when I went 4-0 and then didn't win? Who remembers that from the beginning of this year? 8 months ago.
It is scary riding in the back of a moving truck. Those stuff, anything could fall over. Anybody like hits a bump, bam. I don't see any roads out here, so that had to be.
How did that
extremely
truck get
dangerous
out
ride.
of there?
Must have felt exhilarating dodging all those boxes, though.
Not really a lot of ways out of there. Also, I am not very good at this.
What's more useful to me, a Regice or a Mew?
I know right now that we did not finish
This is
the
gonna
entrance
be awful.
randomizer,
I got one chance over and over and over.
but Jackstronomy was in this one.
Oh no. Okay, let's be honest. You know what? You know what I have wrong with Steve? Steve just reminds me of Blue's Clues. That's all that reminds me.
My audio balancing here is a
I think
nightmare,
that might be long.
right?
That might be too long.
Right. Steve's Big Hand. Leave it at Tommy. To suggest a combination of
Steve
Big Hand and
and,
Steve.
You can come up with an actual name next time, Tommy.
Not a very good name. Don't know why he did that.
Welcome to the Game Corner, where... No, not right now. I'll deal with that in a minute. We are not doing Pacificlog at this moment.
I really do not like Pacificlog.
Nothing here. Bike
Is
shop?
this just me getting back to Pacificlog and getting stuck there?
Huh.
I don't know what that one was. I just didn't like Pacificlog.
Nope, he turned. I
Oh,
can't
it's a
get out.
combination of
I
this.
can't get out.
I can't get out.
I can't
Why
get
can't
out.
I get out? I can get out. I can't get out. I can't
Oh,
get
it's
out.
Granite Cave, though.
So we just
but
zoom
we can
through
get
here
out.
because
That's the important part.
okay. We're in Evergrande, which I think was a stuck point in this
No!
very long Cave of Origin one
Yeah,
exit
please be
4.
Anywhere. No! Why
Yep.
do you do that?
We were soft locked. I think that's all that we were trying to do with that. That was all soft locked.
We can now use cut outside of battle. Well, happy
Okay,
to
we-
say that we've done exactly one thing correctly.
We got
and it
one
was
gym.
in a magma hideout.
Dude, me from 8 months ago was really boring. Me today is really boring, but me from 8 months ago is really boring. Okay, this is when the game actually came out.
Boing, 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 boing. Did it steal my eyes and my cheeks? That's rude. Don't steal.
I'm so bad at this.
I forgot about these guys. These guys are pretty cute, you know, until you do anything to them, and then they turn into that monster from Doom.
That monster from Doom. Hey guys, remember when our follower goal was 350 followers 8 months ago?
We're pretty safe here.
Anybody remember that?
That doesn't count.
Anybody? No. Okay.
Did I just fail?
I'm just flying through space
I
and
just
Tim
failed by
here.
hitting that wall too hard or something. I don't know.
Why do I have filters set? Let's turn off all the filters. Turn on all the filters, turn off all the filters. I can now see who's using stuff again. Dude, I don't think our playthrough of Kirby left very good clips, but I don't think most of my playthroughs leave very
so our
many good
first goal
clips.
here is to beat this challenge in under 20 seconds.
Under
Now,
20
I don't know
seconds.
about you guys, but that doesn't sound too difficult.
Yeah, it's not really that hard. Oh, this is where we were trying to find a way without capturing, right?
See an easy way to make that happen right now.
This was the no capture challenge. Yeah. I remember we did this whole thing, right?
This is based off of hover times. It doesn't even matter that I'm only slightly touching it. I made it!
That's such a
Oh my goodness.
funny position for that lamp. So funny. We need more of them. I want to play more Kirby.
Whoa.
Isn't there another Kirby game coming out?
That was a big dumb moment.
My audio
Yes, the biggest
balancing on these is
collapsing.
awful.
Already at 1.
I know this one. We get hit by the snake through the wall. Why did he
Come
do
on,
that?
Snake,
I don't
why do you
know.
do this?
So yeah, this was part of the big no capture run. We had a lot of them here during the no capture run, I think.
Down. Oh, that.
This one still appears for me every time I go on TikTok. Every time I log on and check my profile,
as
this
I
is
was
the one
saying-
that loads for some reason.
Going down.
It's not like it's good. It's just the only one that loads.
200cc is gonna be a pain because I can't imagine me.
This
being
is my
good at any
one
of these
Mario
tracks.
Kart
This
clip.
one might be possible on 200cc pretty early on. But I
This
can't
was my
imagine it.
first DLC trying to get all 3 stars, and then this happened, and I was like, wait, how did I
Recovered.
live?
Okay, we recovered. Whew. That was a lightning. That was bad.
This is why I'm not allowed to do stuff. This was the 19th. So this is the birthday stream. So if you didn't know, Battle League came out on my birthday. So we played it
That
on my
shouldn't be
birthday.
anything.
I am Team Bees. I know because I made that.
Oh my goodness. How did that go?
That is the laziest
That was
goal.
the
Hold on.
laziest goal of the match.
And I said it there too.
That shouldn't be anything.
If I remember this game correctly, he is like putting a ton of pressure on. And I just kicked this
Oh my
really
goodness.
slow
How did that
thing
go
in.
in?
And it's just like,
That was the laziest goal of the match.
you're winning now. Happy birthday.
Oh my goodness.
And that's before Daisy came out in the game.
I just need to hold off for a second.
This is more of the same as last time, except this is after I joined the All Welcome team. So literally the same day.
Yo, we did it.
For some reason, I like the really lazy goals. I like the really lazy goals. It's what we did. Yo, we're in demo territory. This is where we were playing all of our game demos, and this
got
was
a rock.
Paradise Marsh's demo.
afraid to
We
use
did
it.
eventually play this game on stream after it came out.
Wait, did that work? Can I skip stones?
This is me badly skipping stones. Hold on.
Okay, I'm bad at skipping stones. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just bad at it. It's not working out well.
I'm not good at skipping stones in real life. I'm awful at it.
I'm getting 1.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'm a bug catcher. I catch bugs. It's what I do.
So this game is
Oh,
all
wow.
about just being a bug catcher
Hard
and
to
catching
see.
bugs. It's what we do. So we're going to sleep. It's the end of the game.
Catch all the bees before I go to sleep. Been up all night.
We caught the bee right before we went
No.
to sleep,
No.
and gone. No more bee. That's the end. This was Terra Nil.
Burn it all.
This is Terra Nil. This is supposed to be a
Goodbye,
controlled
bees.
burn in order to get rid of an area in
You
order
call
to
that a
switch it to
controlled
something
burn?
else. But it destroyed
You
everything.
call that a controlled burn?
Oh my, that's way too much. That's way too much, guys. I don't know about you, but that's just too much. Oh, it's this game. I don't even, this is like The Postman or something. I forget what this game is called, but this game, I could just accidentally break the world, and I did so many times. I fell through the world. I was standing on trees. All you had to do was walk at stuff, and you would exit
I'm
the
just gonna-
playable world.
Don't mind me. I've fallen.
It was so
I
easy
don't
to
know
get
where I'm
stuck.
going,
This is
but I
the
know it's
game that
not in
caused
the
me to
level.
stop playing
That's
demos
all
on
that
my
matters,
channel.
right?
There was like a good couple weeks where I was playing just all demos, and that game is the one that made me stop.
Hit it to the thingamajig.
The
Who's-
thing.
ah,
Oh
that
no!
one.
Oh,
Yes, this change color. This is where I tested it, and it looks really bright orange.
Yeah, so I tested all of my change colors in
My goodness.
this area of Mario Odyssey because they were all intended to be used
do
while I
like
was
the look
running
of it
Mario Odyssey.
underwater, which is
And
why
they
I
were
set it
all
up here.
tested
Like,
in
look at
Lake.
this. It's like a
And
nice
it's a
little
really cool
spectrum.
color gradient, and I love it down here. It looks amazing. What is this? Oh, this is just me screwing up everything. I don't know why, but none of...
I mean,
I'm just
every
jumping
button that I
everywhere.
hit there was just wrong. And
We've
still
gone through
is.
we've gone through half the year already. And we've had one clip by somebody who wasn't me. I think. One clip. But we're in June. This is the Lonesome Village? No. This isn't the Lonesome Village. This is the other
Anybody
one.
See what I'm doing wrong here?
What was this called? I don't remember what this game was called, but we were playing the demo for this one too.
Do I need to complete the puzzle? Because that would be silly.
That would be silly. Who would do such a thing?
I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to do.
I think this was only confusing me because they gave us shapes, and there's no reason to have shapes if you just need to fill in the puzzle, right?
Why does it need to be completed? What's the point of that sign?
Also, there was a sign that said stuff. I have no clue. This is Kitty Builder.
What if
which
I
is a
come
city
up
builder
here?
game.
Now can I make the jump?
I think all of these were
I don't
clipped
think
on
I'll
the
be
same
able
day,
to.
so the clips are like out of order.
Yeah, I just slide off the tree on the way down.
I was trying to do hardcore parkour in order to go really fast, and I accidentally deleted a
I
bush.
erased a bush. I feel sorry for that bush.
Yeah, these are all still the 19th. And this is Melatonin. If we remember 2-3 days ago, we
Yeah, I have
just
one
played this
star.
game. This game just came out on Switch and PC.
This is the
on
worst
Steam.
that I will do.
And there's Kale telling me this is his Valorant aim.
No!
Boom.
Aim lab for
Boom,
Bozo.
boom, boom, boom. And Nox is telling me I'm
I
getting
am
0 headshots.
Running down everything right now.
I was better in the past.
I'm still great. There's nothing you can do to stop
We're
me. I
getting-
will always be great and never better or worse.
Told
than
you I
that.
was always great, never better or worse. Our entire playthrough of 2 stars of Melatonin is exactly on par. In our final... I don't think this game has come out.
What are you doing?
Well,
Breaking-
this starts with... So she says... Ah!
What are you doing? Breaking the tension.
We're still waiting on this.
Time to scan.
think this
those
is,
cards.
Train of Thought.
And time for me
Trains
to
of
find a
Thought.
seat.
It's a really cute game.
This game is silly.
Still waiting on that one, I think. We haven't really checked. Oh. Now we have 15 clips by Mullock on accident. None of them are named. None of them are anything. And I think they are all default time. They are all default time. Let's just click one of them, see if anything was happening. That's a lobby.
I got 30 minutes until my video goes live, and then I cry because nobody's going to watch one that I put a lot of work into.
Oh, speaking of, guys, did you know that a video of mine just went live like an hour ago and nobody's going to watch it because I said so? Okay, I lied. 10 people have watched it so far, and it's even got a like, but it's got no comments. So nobody will comment on it.
I didn't put a lot of work into it. I put a lot of work into thinking about it. Work's pretty tough at the moment, and you went to the gym. Well, at least you got to the gym. Sorry about work. Into a fist fight. I'm sorry.
Ooh, ow, ow. Mullock
Oh,
clipped a
looks
lot
like
of
it's just
stuff
down to
on
these guys,
accident.
all doing their own thing. 58, man. I don't know if we got a teammate this time either. It's scary when you don't have teammates, you know?
I think we can safely delete all of the Mullock accidental creations. I don't think there's anything in any of them. Goodbye, Mullock accidental creations. Okay, now we move into the world of 5 months ago. What were we doing 5 months ago? Wind Waker. Okay. So 5 months ago, we were doing Wind Waker. What is Wind Waker? It's a game. We never finished
Too
it.
much water. 7 out of 10. Come here,
Tommy's
Piggy.
rating this game. Oh.
7 out of 10. Come here, Piggy. Yeah, I got a Piggy.
Why didn't you finish it? We just never finished it.
Anybody wanna? Anybody
We got
know
to
what
the
to do
second
with
half
this?
of it and stopped playing it. We went on break for a little bit and then started doing a bunch of like Ocarina of Time randomizer stuff and
Yo, what's
some
up?
other things. And
Never
it really
mind
just
that
fell
falling
behind.
pig. It'll be there for a while.
So yeah, this was a July game that we never finished.
I'm Snick.
I am Snick. It's like almost like the same thing with Plague Tale
Hello.
Requiem. We started it and then I got
What are you
sick,
doing?
and we just never finished it.
Didn't see a thing. A thing. No,
Also,
nothing to see
I am
here.
realizing I am very bad at
It
making
was the
clips,
mouse.
or I'm very bad at making clippable content. Probably
Just the
both of
mouse.
those. We're more than halfway through the year already,
I've
guys.
been caught and burned. That was a fiery
This
death.
really doesn't take that long. That was a fiery death. Oh no.
Hi, Goblin Kids.
So I think
Bye,
one of them
Goblin Kids.
spawns at the top and knocks me off.
Ow! I just said bye.
Yep. That hurt my feelings. This is when we didn't have a sword too, so we were just
These
running
guys are
around and I was
not
so
very-
lost. I would still be
Not
lost
very
today.
well liked by me at the moment.
Ain't that the truth? A true 50. Oh no, this is where we get down to our last shot, and it's literally one or the other to beat this stupid minigame.
Oh,
So right now, it can be up or down. It's a 2-space ship.
I got a 50-50 for my last shot. Thanks a lot. Oh no.
And we always fail.
Oh, we didn't do it. We didn't do it at all. Come on, wind.
Oh, this is when you guys started using all the colors to torture me truly. So the colors existed for a while now, right? There was a couple months.
Didn't really hurt.
But like
do I control
we
her
don't
while she's
really
in the
use
air?
them that much in a lot of games.
That was a good throw.
That seemed like a good throw to me.
I'm so bad at throwing these.
Oh my goodness, I'm
I'm gonna be dead to rats.
obviously the best person at Wind Waker ever. Look at
There
this.
we go. Finally hit it.
Ugh, dude, I hate past me. Oh, what
Want
is
the
this?
First one out. It's official.
What is this? Oh my goodness,
outta
you're
here.
still alive. How did I what?
Taking all the risks.
This year we really didn't play
All
much
of
Fall
them.
Guys.
Oh, wow. He touched it. I win.
We did not play much Fall Guys this year.
Weirdest game.
But when we did, it looked a lot like this.
Whee! Jump and good and run and fit between them. Don't get wiped out by that.
We still
I
have
have-
not completed our upside down Fall
a trip.
Guys challenge that we
I have a run
started.
going.
What was this? July,
Only 3
like
people have
August
finished.
or September? When was this? This is July. So we're still in July. We went on a spree in July of stuff. That looked weird. This looks weirder. Oh my goodness.
I'm still here.
This was the same
Sorry.
day. This
Don't
is
be
day
sorry.
2 of attempting the upside down, and I think Mullet came in
I've got an entire match to cast like this if this doesn't work out.
and used the colors. Well, he was in the group. This was group. I
This
don't
is-
remember if Kale was playing with this group or if he wasn't on day 2.
Okay.
Because I know he was playing a couple of the games, and
I'm
Mullet
willing to
was in a
bet that I
few.
have it this time, but it's gonna be too late because 3 people are through. Yep, I finally got through. Finally got through.
My goodness.
Ow.
Oh,
take
why? Why?
I don't like that one.
Stop it.
I want to go this way.
Okay. Past me and current me are thinking the same thing.
Okay, they're all going that way.
I'm just trying to get to the end.
I
This
don't
is
want to
so...
be down for too long. I literally.
I am being
Cannot
bullied.
There we go. Up to the top. And I'm through.
We literally had nothing. Nothing to clip. So we were just clipping me running. And I was going to make this
I
a
almost forgot
video,
about that.
but we never completed this
Promise you to
challenge.
remind me of
We
stuff
never
that
got a
happened in the
crown.
past. Because people don't take it well when they lose. Whew. We'll just take a normal path through here. Very simple. Up to the top. Take a route that allows me to get past the hammers. Congratulations, I'm passing.
Did we win?
I'm in a tricky spot, but I
I
think
am
I'm through.
so bad at this. I'm so bad at this game. Oh, hey, this is right side up.
Over
But
the
this is
middle.
still. Ow.
He's
This
gone.
is still the same day. Okay,
Dude, I
final
don't know what
2.
we're doing here,
Final
guy.
2.
Got rid of my ball.
That was a throw. And
Hey, I'm a winner.
he just fell. Okay, that's one way to win. This is at the end of
away.
July. So we've moved a bit. BRB, okay.
Not the best.
We'll just
start,
continue
but not the
watching me
worst
being
either.
bad at Fall Guys.
We just have
We
to
did a lot of Fall Guys in July,
Aim to stay
didn't we?
on Things, not fall. And look at that. We were doing pretty well.
We're gonna screw up at the end, aren't we? Yep, there it is.
Oop, I fell.
It's almost a good run, and then you get to the end, and it's like, oh no.
This feels so wrong.
I wonder why this feels so
And
wrong.
then I remembered that I'm on a moving platform. And
Oh,
that's why it doesn't
it's
feel
the,
right.
it's the moving platform. It's not the fact that the entire screen is flipped upside down. What are you
5 are
doing?
out already? Is there a chance? A chance for me? No. No!
I got punted. Punted off
It
the
had to come to
screen.
an end.
Guys, do you believe in the heart of the cards?
You gotta believe.
This
in the
was
heart of the
this is a
cards
time of the
before
year
I'm
where we
gonna
were just sort of
do this
playing a
first
lot of
try.
Fall Guys with really anybody, and now I'm trying to play
First,
Mario Party with
first
like literally
try.
anybody, but nobody wants to play Mario Party.
no mistakes whatsoever. Oh my goodness.
Hey, we nailed that. We nailed it.
We're doing this until one more person gets eliminated?
Oh my gosh. This is
is
so
your
long.
whole
We're just
day.
sitting here waiting. This is such a bad mini game.
Oh my goodness. I'll do that too.
Pee! Ooh, I got
Ow,
hit in the face.
fallen. Somebody doesn't like me. Get out of my way!
Ah,
I'm not out!
I'm not out. We were just standing there until we got bullied off the screen. Okay, we're in Phasmophobia territory. Still July. Should note, we're still in July. So I made a ton of clips in July.
We can shoot a movie. Oh, look at this. We get the... No. I should have done this from the beginning. How do I turn off my light? There we go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I gotta listen to me talk.
Making a film out of this. Look at those rays. They're God rays. Pointed directly. Didn't know Nox made such weird noises.
Shots at Nox.
Spooky down.
Even in Phasmo.
Look at it. There's a glowing paint can. Why is it glowing? Nobody will ever know. What does the fridge say?
Of course, I end on a "what does the fox say" joke. What is wrong with me? Actually, don't answer that.
I'm gonna need some directions if you want me to check anything.
Alright, keep heading to
He
the
wants me to check the cabin, I think.
following the path you're on until it opens up.
There's a cabin in the back of this map.
Take a left.
That is a pink small tent.
Yeah, go around the tent and continue up the path.
I'm just calling out the pink small tents. I got a new wallpaper.
I was gonna
Please?
ask about the Diogem because when it was hunting me, some weird stuff was going.
Dad! I'm dead!
Nox got ripped.
Saving that for my wallpaper.
That's how we get our wallpapers. Nox dying in games. That was so we didn't really play that much Phasmo. It was just that one day because I think it broke on us in the future when they made the changes, and Nox disappeared for like half of this day.
Dude, I'm gonna go look at the black
So I was
sky.
stuck playing with ISIL.
Did you just like flip the light switch like 40 times?
It was closer to 12, 15. Dude,
This is
that
the blood
so
sky.
cool
Color
looking,
change in Phasmo was
Dog.
always so cool looking.
It's good to know I have the most useful teammate.
Shut up, ISIL. I am the most useful teammate.
Oh, God. Why is the regular flashlight purple?
Is it purple or is that pink? What would we say now? Purple or pink? I could have played once more and then Nox killed me by running into my hiding spot.
Darn it.
Zeb's comment of this redeem is just Nox vision. Ouch.
Where are you? Wait,
It's
they got a
still there.
Diploma for pumpkin soup?
Oh no, no, I hate this. I hate this so much. This clip is awful and I hate it, and bad ISIL. ISIL's not here to defend himself, so we could say ISIL is a meanie head.
Where are you?
Oh my
Wait, they got a diploma for pumpkin soup? What is this?
Hide and seek.
Thanks for that.
He literally murdered me while I was looking at a diploma. Why does he do that? Why did he do that? And we're still in July. Oh, this is me asking questions to the ghost to figure out where it is.
Enjoy pineapples on your pizza.
I don't think that's a valid question.
That is a valid question. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
You should ask it if it's French. That's the only valid question.
Is cereal a soup?
I
I
heard
heard a door
something.
close when I asked about cereal and soups.
Do you know where?
Somewhere in the house.
Thanks. That's real helpful.
I personally, I think it's a very valid answer. We did hear a door close, and it was somewhere in the house. I guess it thought that cereal was a soup, or maybe it thought I was stupid for asking it such a dumb question. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure out. Oh,
Dude,
this.
I found
Cursed object.
Dude, I found a game changer.
I'm an idiot.
No, a game changer. Stop adding the wrong articles to your sentences. Suddenly I hear impending doom.
Suddenly, I hear
don't know
impending
how to
doom
describe
right
what
after
I
the
just
game
heard.
changer.
Besides, it was the sound of impending doom.
Was it the guitar?
That's quite possible.
I only saved it that long because I'm pretty sure that was Zeb using the scare. I was wondering why that was going so long. The joke had already played out, and then I was like, oh yeah, jump scare. Oh, dude.
My
I remember
courses ran
this.
a little bit long, so I didn't have enough time to make the food that I was originally going to make. So I drove three minutes down the road to McDonald's, and I asked them for chicken nuggets and barbecue sauce. So when I got back and I opened the bag and reached in and got sauce, what do you think the first type of sauce? What do you think the first thing that I pulled out of that bag
What
was
do
when
you
I
think
only asked
The first thing,
barbecue
when I
sauce,
asked for
which I s-
barbecue sauce is, I asked for barbecue sauce. What is the first thing that I pull out of that bag?
still have in my hand, by the way.
I had so much barbecue sauce. They seriously gave me like 12 packets of barbecue sauce.
If you said ranch, you would have gotten it right. Because for some reason, when I ask for barbecue sauce, I get ranch, honey mustard, and 12 packets.
12
barbecue
packets.
sauce.
I'm not kidding. It was
What
it
is-
was it was literally like 12 packets of barbecue sauce. I don't know what was wrong with McDonald's that day.
Wrong with McDonald's? What is wrong with McDonald's? My course.
I don't know how. I got ranch, I got honey mustard, and I got 12 pack. I literally, so when I go to McDonald's, I'll get like 2 sandwiches and I'll get some chicken nuggets because everybody loves their chicken nuggies. But when I get my chicken nuggets, I get barbecue sauce. And it's usually like maybe 2, maybe 3 if they're feeling really happy about it, like really excited. And so I reach into the bag and something's weird, right? You have 2 sandwiches, usually like cheeseburgers, so they're wrapped in like the paper, not in a box. And then you have the box of chicken nuggets. But I reach in and I don't feel no bags. I don't feel no wrap. I don't feel the box of chicken nuggets. I just feel sauce. Just feel sauce. And I'm like, what? Why? Why? So I pull it out and I'm like, why do I have ranch? Why is there ranch here? So long story short, they literally covered my sandwiches and my chicken nuggets in little containers of ranch, honey mustard, and way too much barbecue sauce. And I have no clue why they did that even to this day. This happened in July. And I still remember the exact scenario. Because why were there 14 packets of sauce in my McDonald's order, and why was all my food covered with ranch and honey mustard when I asked for barbecue sauce? Why? Suki's back. We'll play it. We'll play it again. This was in July. This was clipped July 31st.
Courses ran a little bit long, so I didn't have enough time to make the food that I was originally going to make. So I drove three minutes down the road to McDonald's, and I asked them for chicken nuggets and barbecue sauce. So when I got back and I opened the bag and reached in and got sauce, what do you think the first type of sauce? What do you think the first thing that I pulled out of that bag was when I only asked for barbecue sauce, which I still have in my hand, by the way? If you said ranch, you would have gotten it right. Because for some reason, when I ask for barbecue sauce, I get ranch, honey mustard, and 12 packets of barbecue sauce. What is wrong with McDonald's?
Like, seriously. I still remember this vividly. 5 months later. Why? It took me like 2 months to finally get rid of all that barbecue sauce. No, not packets. They come in like that square dipping container. They usually have like 2 or 3 of them in there. They gave me 1 packet of ranch, 1 packet of honey mustard, and of course those were the first 2 that I pulled out, and 12 packets of barbecue. So it was 14 packets of sauce. I don't know why. I don't know how. Blah. We're in the Phasmo days.
What is
Oh.
your
On the topic of food, because we were just talking about food, I walk back into the house. I'm going to ask Isol a very important question. I will ask it to you here today. What is your favorite type of sandwich? Because we were talking about pulled pork sandwiches in chat. Thank you, Tommy, for the pulled pork sandwich suggestion.
What is your favorite type of sandwich?
Probably tomato sandwich.
He says tomato.
Not now, Ghost. We're having a conversation.
Don't be rude to the ghost.
Tomatoes. What is wrong with you?
Like tomatoes.
Okay, we need to work on your definition of a sandwich.
Tomatoes. Mayo.
Okay, you're missing you're missing the key ingredient here of a sandwich.
Yes, he's
Yes.
missing sand.
Yes, you're missing sand and witches.
Sanders, and witches. Sanders and witches. So yeah, the answer is tomato sandwich. Very, very simple sandwich. Doesn't have anything that tastes like food on it. I know. Get out of here with that. How white you gonna be? Kale is live. Kale is live, just so you know. Brie and apple or brie and caramelized onions. Ah! 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 Oh my goodness. Okay. So we're moving forward in the world. It's now August. We're on wave 2 of the DLC. Oh my goodness.
Yo, did
I
I just
actually-
get bailed out?
Don't think I have a favorite sandwich. I just make sandwiches when I'm hungry
I just
and I
get
have
bailed
bread.
out at the finish?
That was me getting bailed out at the finish, and that's how we got our 3 stars on every wave. And that was getting bailed out on 200cc around my most hated track in all of the DLC waves, I think, now, looking back. Oh, dude, Splatoon 2. This was before Splatoon 3 came out.
No, you don't. Oh, yes, you do. Okay, I see how it is. Nope. I am not the sharpest tool in any shed, am I?
I'm not the sharpest tool in any shed. Funny thing about this, I think that was a cut. Because, oh wow. Why? Why did we do this? That is a decision. Well, this is gonna sound weird. So I had another version of that clip that I made. Because I could. It was put together very quickly. Very quickly. And it was called I Present the Main Reason I'm Not Allowed to Make Any Memes. It's the same thing. Oh no! Oh no! Bad cutting. So if you don't know, that's a song from Mercenary 2's advertisement. Oh no, you didn't. So if you remember the Bayonetta thing that I made for Nox, it was very much the same idea for that one, but that was a couple months earlier.
Stop it.
Oh goodness, this is very loud. That one I
Watch out
didn't
when you-
upload
You're trying to
anywhere
watch out
but
right
the
now.
Discord. Because why wouldn't I? Dude, I am so awful at this. Look! I don't even know why we clipped this. Why I clipped this. It was just a climb.
Okay, the top got me. The top got me.
We're still
Didn't
playing
work out
Fall
well
Guys
when I
with
got to the
viewers.
top, I guess. It didn't go well.
You know, I'm His is in here. If you didn't know, I'm His is actually somebody who joined the Discord and never said anything.
Okay.
I'm His Love, I
So
think is
right
the
after
name,
it
but
rolls
I'm
over,
His
we
1,
have
2,
to be
3.
very- Ah! Okay. So right after it rolls over, we have to be very... Ah!
I just got launched through space.
Just like
Through
that.
space! And Tim. This is 4 months ago.
And for...
Oh!
Hey, I bounced off of him! No damage taken.
No damage! I'm so good at this.
All the damage taken! All the damage taken! Ah.
That was almost a good clip. I feel like if we ended with something a little different. Oh. We got a Suki clip.
Well, a lot of this requires me to know where things are in the
I'm
game.
very concerned.
Ten moves from sub areas in Metro. That one's pretty much there. Look at 2 hint
I think this is just a random clip, right?
It's not, I'm not seeing anything Cascade related, so we've got a little...
This just feels like a random clip. This is the bingo thing that I did when I came back. So we got another random clip. We had a lot of them. I think I clipped for you to see. This one, I think, was just a random clip, right?
Well, a lot of this requires me to know where things are in the game.
Because this one, I think, is a default... Wow, no, it's not a default 30-second. It's a 29-second clip. Oh, no, it's a default 30-second clip. It's listed as a default 30-second clip, so it must be a default 30-second clip. If you just hit clip and then forget to do it, it will create a 30-second clip.
Non-stop,
Oh, dude, lines are awful.
because I hate these lines in this game.
So this is the hardest level in Splatoon 3, and this is when we were going through it and actually doing it. Like, beating the whole thing.
See? Absolutely hate them.
So this is stuff
Are
that
we
we were
ready?
doing very recently now. Finally, beating level 2.
There we go. Part 2. As I said, we got that the next time we were there. It's not super difficult.
Part 3. We didn't have a lot of challenge in part 3 either. I think part 3 was
He's
only
gonna get
bad
shot to
because
space.
like I was trying to figure out something to do here, and then it was just like, badoom.
Oh, nope, that's where we're gonna die. Okay, so we found the challenge.
Yeah, that one's just finding the challenge. This is a pickle. This one's a pickle. So I'm shooting
That's gonna
this,
hurt.
and we get blown up, and then I just keep shooting this, and then we're stuck up here.
Okay. We're in a pickle.
We're in a pickle.
accidentally lead our way through.
Yep. So you can tell I have nothing to clip. If this is what I'm clipping, I've got nothing. I am not funnies. It's a very long clip because I'm going to shoot this and I'm just going to jump off. And that's going to be the end of that clip.
Incline.
No
plus
explosions allowed.
inkjet. So inkjet is just a run for it.
Oh, this is where I grabbed the... Yeah, I grabbed this and then it really messes with my brain and I just die.
The explosion!
Oh, no. Yeah, that was a real thing. Death by breaker. We're running. Oh, there's a wave breaker there.
Killed one. Killed two. Killed
Oh,
three.
he's gonna throw a wave breaker at us. It's gonna
Roll
block
it.
the shots and
Oh,
we're gonna get
wow,
blown
that-
up. Yep, that just murdered us. Wow. This is my best Star Wars Episode 3.
Okay, you guys, you need to stop. I have the high ground. I've won. I have the high ground.
I think I just, yeah, get wave breaker.
Died so fast.
Wow. What is math?
We will clear them out.
Oh, I remember this clip.
I heard there were just 3 enemies left, so I killed all 4 of them. Ah, there's one over here. Five of them? I killed all 5 of them.
That's just an unfortunate, like, killing a bunch in a group causes it to pop out.
2 wave breakers.
I remember looking at this forever because I was trying to figure out how to cut
wow,
this
They're pushing me out.
for a
That's
video.
fine.
And I released the video.
Ah, I fell off the map. I didn't mean we were that out.
Wow.
It meant that we were out of that position. That's fine. We're out. Ah, I fell off the map.
I remember I
we were
released
that
this
out.
right before the
It meant that we were out of that
I released the
position.
final
Fun
video
game.
for this when the teams came out for the Under Pressure tournament. Oh, what is
We
happening?
have armor. We're gonna use this armor to get back over to the reef slider.
I'm so bad at using that hammer.
Ooh, grenades, spam. No, not the ink storm.
Don't even know what that clip was, but we were everywhere. And then this is our final beating it.
Whoa, did you just super jump onto me? That's a little rude.
It's forever saved the moment that we beat this level.
Wait. We beat it!
We beat it. Ooh, another Mullock accidental clip.
Aeon
This is
or-
28 seconds.
Magan. I don't know.
I
I
just-
usually... Okay, thanks for the song. I usually do
Mullock
not
is playing
stream
with us
Rocket
in this
League
game. Why? How did he?
Usually
Why
playing,
did he
like,
clip?
every other game, and people are trolling me a lot.
Welcome back. How wide did Mullock clip
For the
this?
last 2 days, I've been doing Rocket League stuff.
Oh! Oh, that save!
There we go.
What was that save? Did Mullock clip that on
Aeon
purpose?
Or Magan. I don't know.
So, this
I
is all
usually-
silly.
Okay, thanks
Because
for the
Mullock
song.
is the one
I
in the
usually
game with
do
us.
not stream Rocket League. I'm usually playing like every other game, and people are trolling me a lot.
Okay, so he's gonna hit this, and we're out
For
of
the last 2
we're
days,
out of
I've been
boost.
doing Rocket League stuff.
Oh my goodness,
There we go.
that was such a zero boost save. Then Nox has a clip here called "This Makes Me Irrationally Angry," and I can tell you what this is right now. We're playing a 3v3, and one of our teammates goes AFK at the start of this clip. We're playing 3v3s. One of our teammates goes AFK at the start. We're up 1-0 after I score a goal.
Okay, we're just gonna back straight up.
And we know
The
he's
thing that sucks is
AFK.
we have to change our entire play style based off of this one guy. But they're also not defending, so I don't know what's happening right now. We have
So,
an actual
it's 2-0
AFK,
now.
and okay, our guy's not going for kickoff. You're kidding. You are kidding me! Why is this happening? This makes me irrationally angry.
This makes me irrationally angry. And then Nox, of course, clipped with the cutoff angry. So yeah, no, we had an AFK on our team, and we ended up going from 1-0 down to 3-1 up. Don't worry, we still lost that game 5-3. Okay, now we're getting into stuff that I clipped again, and we really don't have that many left, right? We're in November.
It's fine.
Oh. That's our
That's the
entire
case where
team
you just
working
need
together
not
to
hit the
score.
ball.
Look at Cyvern. He's going to hit
Right
the ball.
here, that hit
Right
is
over my
one
head.
thing, but the second one is like, why? That was a nice shot, though.
It was a nice shot. Oh, man. What is this? This is just me hitting it randomly. Pass one, pass
Gotta
two.
Pass not one, not two. But
Bam.
3.
All three. Got it past all three, guys. These are some really bad clips.
Yo! I scored that. I scored. I feel sorry for that guy.
We scored, guys. Oh, is this a real clip? I don't know if this is a
Also,
real
there's
clip.
been a lot of talk about how you cannot make like a masculine male character if
Harvestella.
like, even if you want to.
Harvestella.
Sort of true. The body types in it are pretty awful.
Why am I talking about Harvestella
Very
in a clip?
thin. Very thin.
Another game that we didn't
And
finish.
I'm guessing that because they wanted to make the art.
Yeah, that's not a real clip.
This is a silly play.
Okay, hold on. We gotta go back to the beginning. So goal was scored.
This is a silly play. Look at this. Boop, boop. They were trying really hard.
They were trying really
This is
hard.
silly play. Look
One,
at this.
two, passing it to the
They were
other guy,
trying really
and
hard.
boom. And that's a goal against our
Oh, good
team.
shot, guys.
So, they worked really hard to pass that one in.
So we're gonna fall here, and this will take us to
I don't know what's
inside
happening.
of the hazy maze. But I don't think I've ever jumped in here again. Oh, good. That takes us right to the Bowser fight.
That was when we discovered Bowser 2 in our randomized Mario 64 thing. It's sort of a meh run, let's be honest. What's this?
No, we can't both jump off.
Oh! We're trying to push this for the final score. Cool. So 2 down, 1 up. Now there's 2 up. All we have to do is push a couple more points, right?
Oh, we are so wrecked. Come on!
If they hit 1 shot there on that guy,
That's
we
a win.
lose the game. But we won that. And I don't know how.
You turned that around on me pretty quickly. Change the subject to something else.
Change the subject to something. Ah!
Oh, wow, that just rolled with me. I chose the wrong direction to run.
I got murdered by that grenade. Wow. So this is when I was just playing a bunch of Splatoon randomly. 'Cause that's all we were playing.
Okay, we got 1 kill. 2
I'm
kills.
very bad at this game. We get very
Guys,
negative in Splatoon.
We need the thing to score
I
the
don't think we
points.
can stream it that much.
Why are you up top?
Why are they up top? I don't know why they're up top. We win if they're not up top.
They're like, there's 4 seconds left in the game. What are you doing?
Oh, this is the Zeb. This is when we had the Zeb ears on. Right before we brought hats into our model.
Okay, we got 1 kill. 2 kills.
Oh my goodness. Guys, remember our Splatoon practice right before the tournament?
If you didn't hear, I've got a Splatoon tournament this weekend that I'm practicing for actively at this very moment. We are practicing, I think we decided on, we are currently practicing our reflexes and our reaction time. See, like we did not react to those banana peels. We need to practice more.
Oh, dude. Speaking of salty, here's me going backwards.
Don't do this.
You can't
I
see the
was
place,
wasting
but I'm in
mana
second
Ventus.
place there, now third, now fourth.
Well, I'm dead last now.
Yep. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. 1st to 10th in one corner. And then they gave us... Oh my goodness. They gave us 3 mushrooms to make up for it. We ended up with 5th. Oh, this is a story. Tournament game. Guys, this is probably the one play from the Under Pressure tournament that I'm the most proud of. This is the one play. This is game 1. This is match 1, game 2. So if we win this match, we win the first set. And we go up 1-0. Rainmaker's coming up. 6 seconds. 2 dead, 3 dead. Triple kill as the only one up.
Kill him on landing. Good job. Kill him.
Dude, this was
Kill him on
easily my favorite play.
2 dead, 3 dead. Only Rainmaker up. Go kill him. Kill him on landing.
Oh my goodness. And this is a clip on Twitch, so the other voices are mute by default because I did that. Just chatting streams.
After I did the work thing, I would go on it and just read about the rants and stuff the mornings before streams.
This is a random
And then Elon
isn't
Musk bought it and just torched the place.
Oh, Twitter.
I don't even know what a Tumblr... Well, I know what a Tumblr is.
What is a Tumblr?
I think I know what a Tumblr is.
I got this wrong. I don't know what... I did not know what a Tumblr was. I still can't tell you what a Tumblr is.
I'm not actually sure. I'm like...
Not actually sure. Yeah, that became this clip. They're the same clip.
I'm more surprised that I know what Flickr is.
Oh no, it's Flickr. Oh my goodness.
So if you're watching this on TikTok, hi, I don't know what I'm doing. If you're watching this on Instagram, welcome to my new Instagram account. If you're watching this on Flickr, wait, you're not dead?
It turns out Flickr still exists. Flickr does still exist. I looked it up after this.
Today I saw a deer.
Everybody
Actually,
on YouTube hated this
yesterday,
clip.
Though I saw a baby fox.
This clip was hated on YouTube.
Saw a baby fox.
It's because it's awful storytelling, but there's a reason I call it. I'm awful at storytelling. I don't know what they expected.
It really should not have been on the road. Don't worry, it got off the road and into a nearby.
The top comment was.
Area. But
was anybody else just waiting for him to say that he hit the fox? Boop. That was the top comment. I'm glad to say we did not hit the fox. This guy chasing us down, trying to get the kill, man.
I still killed him. What a fool!
Oh my
he
goodness!
Could sneak up on me and get a kill.
A lot of this recent stuff actually has clips and stuff behind it. It actually has stories behind it. This is the first Mario Party with me and Nox when it was super laggy for him, and Luigi is mean.
Look at that. 2 seconds.
That's 5
seconds.
2
seconds.
But Luigi murdered me to death. That gave Nox
Luigi,
a lead.
You traitor.
This is Nox doing something else.
I'm just looking to see how many people we can mess over by running. Correct answer is everyone.
Come on, Nox. Make your turn. So Nox
Yeah,
pays his
saw
5
that
coins. He
coming.
now has 18 coins instead of 20. Very important. So he's now hitting everybody forward towards the star. Very important.
Nox is being a big meanie head. That might have actually gotten us closer to the star. But Nox ends up not having enough money for it. Good job, Nox.
Oh my goodness, Nox, you are so good at Mario Party.
I don't even know what this does.
This is the dumbest. I just switched places with Nox.
That was great.
But you'd already rolled.
Wow. I wish I used that sooner.
It's 0 coins. Literally losing nothing.
Why do you all hate me?
Dude, there are a lot of clips that I made from Mario Party 2. And then I didn't make any from the others.
How? How? What? There was -1 second.
Dude, I got wrecked. We could have clipped so many of the Mario
You know what?
Party things, and we still can.
I'm bringing you down to my level, Nox.
Nox, this is where I steal the star from you.
If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. And just for that, I'm gonna hit myself with a train too.
You messing with Nox. This is a Mullock random clip. This is the solo lock attempts with Nox. This is the very beginning of a run too, so we're like really quiet.
I'm a cat.
I'm a cat.
Strudel is dying.
I don't even know if this isn't run 1 because the title is more. So I think this is like run 3 or something. This is a Suki clip.
But with the software, I decided to boost the loudness on them just so that I can turn them down.
This is the new microphone
So
stuff.
what you get now with track 6
None of-
is just
Yeah,
that.
currently none
Everything
of
is
the
super
track
loud,
6 audio
which means
is
the
balanced.
VOD and any clips created for today's stream will be unbearably awful.
This actually isn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it's still not balanced. So all of the clips from there on are
Wait, just
unbalanced.
go left.
And
right.
These are
Wait,
all
is
the clips that are left, guys.
Right.
All the
last
clips
command
that
is
are
the right one.
left
Okay,
are
no,
the
wait,
Nox
wait.
clips
So go
from yesterday.
up left, and then just keep going that direction. Jump, 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 jump. Nah, don't jump. There's a hole.
Thank you, Nox. This is me
Okay,
saying I
cool.
want to
We
try
have the bridge
something
now.
with the bridge.
Oh my goodness. It's the bridge.
I could have
Hold
gotten
on, hold
this
on,
right
wanna
if I
try
just
something.
didn't
I think I can get
roll
through the
as
bridge.
much as I did.
Okay.
Am I going right? Did I fall off the side?
Yes, you did.
So we have to set that up to not attenuate.
Hey, keep going. Jump, 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 jump.
This is our
jump.
jump one that we
Wait,
did at
no,
the start.
Stop.
Nox, I am off the platform.
You're not
You-
saying anything.
She could have said jump back.
You didn't say anything.
Okay, perfect. Now I want you to go to the left a little bit.
Left a little bit.
Okay, now jump forward. Or
Jump
like, high
forward.
jump
So I go
forward.
forward. I went forward.
Okay, jump forward is an instruction.
So close.
I don't know what
Okay,
forward
forward.
is here.
Okay,
He
so stay.
keeps
stop.
using forward.
Doors to left, forward, and copy. Copy, 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 copy. And then jump forward. Jump forward. Yes!
What is forward? What is forward?
Okay, I guess that's the most perfect one you can get. Now go forward.
He's still using it.
No, you go. No, 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 no! No, you're not going anywhere. Oh, okay. I guess that works.
I still can't believe I lived that. And our final clip.
Oh,
You realize
no.
he's got more than one hit.
Right. Oh. Okay, copy again. Okay, now right, go right. Right, keep going. Okay, hold on. Release. Yes!
Okay, we gotta grab the hearts or the moon.
1 hour after we began, she fell. She fell. GG's. I feel like we should just go to my YouTube channel now. Yeah, that delay was good. Oh, guys, this video is rated #1 for the first hour and 57 minutes. You guys should click on it. Blah. Woo, it's got 12 views.
Well,
Okay, so let's look at, if we're doing all of this, we might as well look at all the stuff that I've done this year. And one of the big things that I did this year is I wanted to follow up on this little 4,000 view video that I created last year. It was called What is Palia? Info from the First Day, that I released in early June 2021. So in January, I came up with the idea of just making regular videos about Palia and then some other games. And this is sort of become an interesting thing. So like, I feel like I have to remake this What is the upcoming MMO Palia. I gotta remake the What is Palia video. It's very outdated. It's not my style. Player versus player and gameplay in Palia, I feel like we can make this video a lot better too. What we know about housing in Palia. So these 3 videos all go together. All these 3 videos, actually these 3 and a brief look at the villagers of Palia all go together. These are all about 2 minutes, and I wrote all of these out. I planned all of these out, and I made all of these before putting any of them out. So these 4 videos here all go together. Them and Palia's January Q&A answered. Also included in there. You'll notice that the video that's still to this day done the worst is the January question and answer. So yeah, I wanted to very quickly talk about very specific parts of the game and how they worked. And that's what I wanted to do here. So it went boom, 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 boom. And then in the middle of this other game had a trailer that came out, this Katori Academy, which was Witchery Academy. So we put out this video. I made the whole thing. And it was really an attempt to do this video, but a little bit better. And I think this video is actually better than this one by a lot. And it's got double the views, so it must be good. This video only got double the views because a week after we released What is Katori Academy's Kickstarter came out, and people started talking about that. Okay. So then we got a couple of videos. What we know about romance, what we know about the story, the idea behind character customization, originally called What is Character Customization, or Character Customization in Palia, one of those. And finally, Palia is going to be free to play, which was released when they did that. Actually, no, not finally. We had one more major video on our list. Stories added to Palia. So these rounded out all of the things that I wanted to do way back here at the 11 month. So we lasted about almost 3 months, 11, 10. So January, February. This is almost the beginning of March, because the February Q&A is almost always going to come out just after March begins, because the questions are from February, the answers are released just after. So that was all of the content that I came out when I made the channel switch over. So I was pretty happy with that, I guess. And then we hit like the quick recap, Palia's February question and answer. We did concept art, and somebody in one of these videos made a comment, is Palia worth following? And I put that video up. I put that one out. And then it was like, well, I'm playing the Sunhaven game. Can I make the same video for Sunhaven that I just made for Palia? And that one blew up. That one blew up. That is my biggest video post this. So first 4 months, we have one video that does real good. So I do this thing where instead of following up on the Sunhaven thing, I branch out. We look at the April Q&A, we look at critter crops, we look at machine learning, so another thing that just popped up. We look at Ova Magica, a game that we still have not talked about again on this channel. Only time we've talked about it. And we just go back into the normal, like May, but our views are starting to go up on these Q&As. Then we had the 1-year anniversary of Palia's announcement. We had the Wholesome Games Direct. Did not do well in this video. Didn't do well in this video. Those are both a little outside. All of my Wholesome Game Direct videos did really badly. Whatever. The June Q&A did even more than May. Then somebody asked about bartering, so we made a video about that, and I clicked on it just now. Where were we? And then I decided to redo my housing video. This is literally 6 months after the housing video down here. What we know about housing, just remake the same video. This video, literally just a remake of this video. 4.1 thousand views. This video was talking about Dragonflight's change from gendered to non-gendered character customization, where pronouns were separated from the character models. That's all this video was about. 800 views. July question and answer, a little bit less.
We'll have specific voice lines.
Yeah. They talk about it there too. Signing up for the Palia tests, blah, 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 and also talking about other content creators, because this is where I made a playlist that I included a bunch of content creators in. It still hasn't updated. So, blah. Sunhaven's biggest problem fixed. This video, 1,000 views. So we should really talk more about Sunhaven, and what we'll see is controversy and Palia. Those are the two big things that we should talk about if we want views. We jump back over to character customization, a remake of this video, and suddenly it's got 1.2 thousand views. Should you buy Harvestella? A review of the demo. I put a ton of work into this video. A ton of work. And then I was really disappointed because I made this video. And 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 this video's got 1.1 thousand views, the same as this one that I put all that work into. These videos were all originally doing better than this one. This one ended up getting views after a while. And then these videos started a trend for me. You'll notice I got 400 views, 82 views. Well, to be fair, these were released this week, and this one's still getting 3 views per hour, which isn't bad. It's actually pretty good for me. But this one's getting 2 views per hour 2 months after release. And this is just me talking on Discord. And these 3 are just me talking on Discord. And these 2, 3, 4 videos are just me being... 5 videos are me being lazy. And this video is just me talking to a camera. Like all of these videos are just me being lazy and talking. The last major video that I put out was the Harvestella review. That was the last big one that I put out that required a ton of work. Do I feel good about this? This stuff, no, but I feel like it's fine for just keeping up with content. I want to be able to do this. My top videos were Sunhaven and Palia Controversy. These 2 videos aren't from this year. So my top 3 videos from this year, Sunhaven, 2 of the same video in Sunhaven, almost the same length. And Palia needs to do better. Palia doesn't have views. So that's the first big thing that I did this year, was trying to get that. The second thing that I started this year, this was all from last year. Dodgeball was from last year. Nox's reaction to Daisy 64 was this year. There's the no jumping allowed that we were talking about at the very start of this year. I released this video, but I recorded everything last year. So we started the gameplay channel this year in earnest, and we got 18 views. We got 11 views. We got 1 view, 3 views. Here's all of the demos that we were playing. Paper Trail, Wholesome Direct, like Paper Trail, 30 Birds, Paradise Marsh, Spirit and the Mouse, Hamster on Rails, still waiting for that to come out. A little to the left, this did come out. I was thinking about playing this one. This is our birthday stream, like just one and a half games of Dumb, Terra Nil, Lonesome Village, Kitty Builder. You see, we put a bunch of these out. This is the first Fall Guys video that I put out with the intention of putting more out. Being an idiot and Phasmophobia. Nox isn't in this video. This is the first couple F1 Manager videos. I think I put 4 out and then I stopped making them. Splatoon 3 test fire videos. These have a lot more views on the early ones than I remember. A couple of those videos were broken. I did a lot of Splatoon 3, even here. And then we interrupted that with a return to Daisyland and Super Mario 1-1, but it's a Kaizo race. I put so much work into this video, and we still haven't made a part 2. This was 2 months ago. How do we follow up perfection? I don't know. Running my first hardcore Nuzlocke in Fire Red. 41 views. I think that's my most popular video to date. How do we follow up on perfection? I don't know. It's got 41 views, Nox. Beating Splatoon's hardest level. What Splatfest team do we pick? Again, 31 views. This is like in my top 2, and all it is us talking on Twitch randomly. Mario Party with only the hardest opponents. And Nox. That's the Mario Party 2 rundown. DKO, 0 views. Overcooked. We have 1 view across Overcooked. And Mario Party's getting views. That's about it. And then our last channel that we've really started making is just, these are very old videos. They're still on the channel. But you can see the last 2 weeks, no real views, but we're trying to put out like videos here. So we're good. I should say last channel, but I think I named it VODs. Here you go. We still have some stuff to upload to here and fix out, but you know, this channel is getting like an actual amount of videos on it again. And it's only a month old, but this is just all the stream VODs. So that's everything that I've done this year. Everything of note that I've done this year. What do you guys think? We have to mute this because this stream... Does anybody remember this? This is when we revealed... the PNG. Geo is even in chat. And we played... This is back when we actually played Animal Crossing. That was a fun time. I'm pretty sure that this video is copyright messed up with, which is why we have it blanked out. So this is back what we had Momo here. We had everybody here. Everybody was here. This is back when people watched the stream. What is that on my head? Who gave me the wig? Why do I have the wig? This is right before I dropped off and just stopped streaming for like 2 months. Is basically what happened. Longer than that. So there you go. That's the story of this year. That's the story of this year, guys. How do we feel? Do we like the year? Do we not like the year? I feel like I've been talking to myself for 2 hours. No. I've been super sleepy this whole time. I think it's time to force myself to sleep. Forcing myself to sleep. Boop, boop. Forcing myself to sleep. Boop, boop. Forcing myself in, forcing myself in, forcing myself to sleep. Boop, boop. Oh. Dude. My hand finally feels good, though. It doesn't feel like it's being wrecked. Have fun, everyone. That was this year in review. Bloop, bloop.